What's going on, guys? It's Jake. Today I'm going to tell you guys a couple different ways to get Super Z Beys, because as you guys know, Beyblade Burst Super Z is just around the corner. I think it's actually launching tomorrow. So it's pretty exciting. In some places in Hong Kong, they actually released already. It's actually really crazy and really exciting. But I know a lot of you guys want them. But what sucks is that Takara Tomy has been making smaller and smaller amounts of Beyblades for some reason, and they even basically apologized for it on their website. And because of the small amounts, a lot of shops are doing whatever they can to stop people from buying like tons of them and selling them on the internet. So getting Super Z Beys is a lot harder, especially getting them for a decent price, because like a lot of listings on eBay and even Amazon has them for like $30 plus, which is pretty ridiculous. And I actually want to say thank you to you guys for helping me out with this idea, because I posted it in my community tab. I posted a poll and 2,500 people voted, which is pretty great, and 95% of them said, yes, I want you to make a video on it. So here we go. But before I do that, I want to say that I'm at almost 94,000 subscribers, so just over 6,000 away from hitting 100,000. I'm hoping I can hit it by late next month. That'd be super awesome. But I want to do a quick little announcement that I'm going to be doing a pretty huge giveaway for 100,000. Now don't get scared. I'm not going to be doing giveaways all the time like a certain somebody. You know, I'm only going to be doing this one really big giveaway, and it's just a big thank you for helping me to 100,000. I mean, that's really huge. But I'm still working on it a little bit. I'm working on trying to get some Takara Tomy stuff, because it's going to be a lot of Hasbro stuff. So I want to get some Takara Tomy stuff in there as well, because a lot of people aren't able to get those because there aren't that many. So the giveaway is going to be when I hit 100,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button for this giveaway to be as soon as possible. But anyways, let's get into how to buy some Beyblades. So first, we're going to start with probably the easiest way, and I see a lot of people buying Beyblades, and that is through Amazon. There's a bunch of different listings usually, and it's pretty easy to get Beys through here, although it's really not the cheapest option. So I just typed in Beyblade Bursts, and I sorted by newest arrival, so this is the newest stuff. So the Super Z Beys are going to be here, but as you can see, they have all of them here. But their prices are pretty insane. Like, we have the B107 battle set, which has Zed Achilles, Winning Valkyrie, a stadium, and then 2 decent launchers. But that's $150, and that's not including shipping. It's pretty crazy. We have Emperor Fornius for $36. And then we have Zed Achilles and Winning Valkyrie for $40, which is pretty insane. And then depending on the listing, you can buy expedited shipping as well, but that's going to add to the cost. So really, this is probably the easiest way you're going to get them, and the rest of the methods I'm about to show you are really easy as well. But if you want to don't want to think about price and speed doesn't really matter. You just want to go to your Amazon, buy it on Amazon. That's what you can do. So that's an option. Now we're going to go into a kind of a way you can get Beys, but you kind of have to play around and kind of look at it, and it's eBay. Now that's pretty easy as well. eBay, in my opinion, is a little bit more, you have a little bit more options when it comes to price and what you want to do, because some of these sellers have it at a low price, but they also have expedited shipping if you want. Some of them have high cost, so you kind of have to really investigate. So I just kind of did Beyblade Burst B104, which is the listings for Winning Valkyrie. So, and as you can see, there's a bunch of different ones. There's just a lot, and as you can see, they range in price from $39.95 free shipping to $24 with $10 shipping, $26. There's really quite a bit, but depending on the seller you go through. For example, I think this one is pretty decent. You got 2005 reviews, 100% positive feedback. It's going to be $24 before shipping, and it's $10 for economy shipping. So overall, it'd be $34 or $33-ish, $34. But you'll get it in mid-April, so it's going to be close to a month from now. But if you scroll down and look in the description of it, you do see that he does offer EMS shipping, and that doubles the shipping cost. So basically it's the cost of Amazon Beys, but with shipping included. But he offers airmail and EMS, which is pretty EMS in my opinion is really quick. Whenever I buy Beys, I always get EMS, and that just takes a handful of days, a few days. So really, eBay is a pretty good place. What's cool about this guy though is that if you buy all 3 of them, or if you buy a bunch of stuff through him, he'll even combine shipping. So you won't be spending $20 per Bey on shipping. You'll be spending 20 to 30, but you can have 3 Beys at that cost. So a really good way to get Beys as well is through eBay. Just make sure that you kind of investigate. Don't just pick one of them. Don't just look at one. Really kind of look around. Once again, this guy's name is Masateru39. I just found him, and as you can see, pretty decent price. It's kind of upsold a little bit, but it's a pretty decent price, and he does offer shipping, and he does combined shipping as well. So that's just something to check out. Now guys, we're going to talk about Samurai Buyer. Now Samurai Buyer is against what you've heard and what you've seen. Samurai Buyer has sponsored videos by me, sponsored videos by Kevo before, sponsored videos by Beyblade Geeks, and they've never, or at least for me at least, I don't know about them, but it's never been, oh, you have to say good things about Samurai Buyer. It's always been pretty legit, and Samurai Buyer, I've gotten from them before, and I've also gotten stuff sent to me by them before. I've seen a lot of comments that say it's a scam, but I can personally vouch for it and say that it's not. But if you don't want to buy through Samurai Buyer, then that's okay. I'm going to show you a couple of other methods, and you can go through Amazon and eBay like I showed you before. But if you want to give Samurai Buyer a chance, which I recommend that you do, I'm going to have this page linked down below, and it's the page to where you can get Winning Valkyrie, Z Achilles, and Emperor Fornius. Now I'm going to click go to page for Valkyrie. Now basically what this is that you aren't buying through Samurai Buyer. You're actually buying through Amazon Japan, which Amazon Japan will ship to Samurai Buyer, and then Samurai Buyer will ship to you. It acts as a proxy, so you're never actually buying from them. They're just helping you get stuff that's only available in Japan, like sites that will only ship if you have a Japanese address, and they'll ship it to you. So for example, then they offer a bunch of different ways that you can get shipping as well. As you can see, this is selling for 1,500 yen from Amazon, which is basically what it goes for, I think, in shops. It might be like $1 upsell, or even just exactly 1,500 yen, which translates to about $15, give or take, because the currency is kind of fluctuating a little bit. But if you go to add to cart, you can buy through them. They do add a 500 yen fee, which is about $5. So really, before shipping, this is going to cost you $20. So it's, again, cheaper than a lot of the other Amazons and eBay sites that you've seen. And then you can also combine shipping as well. So honestly, this is a really great way to get Beys, in my opinion. But if you don't want to go through Samurai Buyer, I recommend that you do. But if you don't want to go through Samurai Buyer, there's other ways. Now guys, I'm going to talk about what is probably the most difficult way to get them. And I say it's difficult because you kind of have to know what you're doing a little bit. And it's not as easy as just clicking add to cart and you're done. What you can do is go straight to Yahoo Japan auctions, which I'll have a website to, and I'll have a link to, and it's completely Japanese. And you can try to translate it, but it's just going to be kind of brokenish, and you can try, but basically how this works is it's basically like the eBay of Japan, kind of. And there's going to be a bunch of different listings. Really, there aren't that many right now, because these are all sold by people. But I just typed in the Japanese lettering for Beyblade Burst, and then I typed in B104. And there's 2 listings for it right now, but there will be more once the Bey actually releases. And people might open them, battle them with a little bit, and sell them for an even lower cost if you're interested in that. But this is actually a pretty good way to get Beys as well, especially for a pretty decent price. Like this guy is selling it for 1,400 yen. You're gonna have to bid on it though, so it's just kind of scour and kind of look and see different sites or different people that are selling on this. It's really up to you. But I say it's kind of difficult because of the fact that you can buy through Yahoo Japan auctions, but they won't really send it to you. You have to use a sort of a proxy service just like Samurai Buyer, and one that I haven't used but I heard it's pretty good is something called Zen Market. Now here is Zen Market, guys. It acts kind of like Samurai Buyer, but you don't really buy anything through them. They don't have any pages like Samurai Buyer does, where you can sort of buy stuff more easily. But what you do is you go to Zen Market. Say you find a listing on Yahoo Japan auctions. You click onto that auction where you can get more info about it. As you can see right here, everything's in Japanese. But you copy the link, and then you go back to Zen Market and you paste the link in where it says please type product name or URL. You press enter, and this will take you straight to a much easier to read way to buy the Beyblade, and you click place a bid. You do have to make an account though, and you have to transfer funds or transfer money to Zen Market to use. It doesn't just take it straight from your bank account. But it's completely legit, and Zen Market has been used tons of times by a lot of people in the community. But I also recommend this way as well. It's just probably the most difficult way to get them, even though it's kind of easy. It's still not that hard, but it's probably the cheapest way you're going to get Beys. But it's also not really the quickest, and it's not the easiest. So I haven't really used this method. This method is really good in my opinion for getting Beyblade lots, or getting super rare Beys, like for example the Gold Spriggan Requiem or the Black Spriggan Requiem. If you want to get them on eBay or Amazon, it's going to be basically impossible. But Yahoo Japan auctions, where it's going to have a ton of different listings, because it's mainly people just wanting to sell their stuff. It's not like shops like what you see on eBay. So if you want to get some rare Beyblades or stuff like that, then Yahoo Japan auctions is pretty great, although it's probably not the best way to get newer releases in my opinion. If I really didn't care about having super quick speed, but I wanted a pretty great cost, I'd go through Samurai Buyer. But if you really care about having those Beys just a couple of days after release, I'd really just scour eBay, kind of look into sellers that I talked about in this video. There's a lot of different ones you can look at. But anyways, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the description below. I hope this video helped you. It's kind of a long video, but I'll see you guys next time. Have fun and Bey away.